Are you intrigued or inspired by the wonders of the natural world and the agricultural industry? Are you concerned about the impacts modern production practices and shifting weather are having on the natural and working lands and want to be part of the solution? In this Conservation Counts series, our conservation planners are on a quest to gain a deeper understanding of why agroecology and innovation matters, and explore how you could contribute your unique skills, passion, and superpowers in one of the greatest opportunities of our time, a mission to maintain healthy soils, clean water, and a resilient agricultural industry. So join us as we discover some of the most surprising and extraordinary conservation careers and the people that are leading the way in protecting and preserving our state's most valuable resources and our relationship with our natural and working lands.
First of all, I'm Maggie Soliz. Have lived in Kane County my whole life, and we don't need to get into the number of years, but it's been quite a few. When I grew up in St. Charles, Randall Road was basically a gravel road. Small towns, and we were surrounded by agriculture. So because we were surrounded by agriculture, we knew of farm families, but I didn't really know about farming itself. Spent 20 years in new construction and land development, and I actually sold land to the developers. I knew that when they were coming in, there was nothing I could do to stop them, and you might as well join them if you can't beat them, you know. We had 4 kids, and housing prices were going up, and my husband's income was not going up as rapidly. So I got into the business, and in 2008, when it crashed and burned, the economy crashed and burned, I then took a passion of mine, which was the prairie in my backyard and all the native plants that I've been collecting over the years, and heard a particular environmental contractor talk about how prairies offer so much to our life, our livelihood, to our health. And it just made sense for me to actually go into the business. Got hired and worked for that company, and then went on to a larger company from which I retired a couple years ago. About 10 years ago, I was asked by a friend of mine who had been on the Kane-DuPage Soil and Water Conservation District Board, asked me to replace her. And I thought, yeah, I could do that. It seemed like a good thing with my experiences. And at the same time, I was actively involved with Chicago Wilderness. And after my retirement, bringing those two together seemed to be a really smart thing, because we can't keep the environmental work separate all by itself. We have to integrate it into municipal planning. We have to integrate it into how we deal with our institutional land, like hospitals and universities. I see conservation, particularly agricultural conservation, to be one of the tools that we can use to help heal this country. And I don't mean heal the physical part of the country, but the spirit of the country. When I am on a Zoom meeting with board members throughout the state of Illinois, and I have visited most of the districts, I know when I'm looking at the Zoom screen that we probably don't vote the same way. I'm guessing that it's probably at least 50-50, if not more. But it doesn't change the fact that we need healthy soil. We absolutely have to have clean water. So whatever your motivation is for having clean water and healthy soil, mine is I have 7 grandkids, and I know that I have to work very hard to make sure that they have what I had. But it might be you know, I get a better crop by using these conservation methods. I make more money by having healthier soils. So what is the reason behind your work doesn't always matter. It's that we can share our experiences and our backgrounds in order to leave that for our children and grandchildren.